Hello and welcome everybody to this session of the Visions Curriculum Fair for 2025. I am joined with our friends from Lincoln Learning who are here to present to you about Lincoln Learning as an ELA core option. I am going to pass the floor over to Danielle and Kathy to take it away. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Kaylee. We are so excited to be here today. My name is Danielle Freeman, and I am the Director of Client Success here at Lincoln Learning Solutions. And I am joined by my partner in crime, Kathy Sermonera. Kathy serves as our Senior Manager of Sales here at Lincoln Learning. So thank you again for being here. We are thrilled to share a little bit about who we are as an organization. And then Kathy is going to dive into our English language arts curriculum and tell you a little bit about the curriculum and then do a demo as well. So very excited to be here. Thanks for joining us. So before Kathy dives in, just wanted to share a little bit about who we are. Lincoln Learning Solutions is a nonprofit organization that's been supporting schools and students since 2005. So as we celebrate 20 years in education this year, which is hard to believe, we're proud of the strong, lasting partnerships that we've built along the way. We are based in Pennsylvania, but we work with schools across the state and nationwide, helping educators create meaningful and engaging learning experience that really sets students up for success. So what makes us different? It really comes down to four key things: our expertise and fresh approach to learning, the support that we provide to our partners and our students, and our commitment to improving educations in our communities, and really our dedication to fairness and excellence in everything that we do. Our digital curriculum, Lincoln Empowered, is built to be flexible and adaptable for students from as early as early kindergarten through 12th grade. So we currently have more than 170 courses and 180,000 customizable learning objects, which Kathy will highlight here in a little bit, along with assessments. And it's designed to fit a variety of learning models. We see it used in virtual, blended, or even hybrid without sacrificing quality alignment. So it's really great to partner with different schools and families and watch it be used in those different settings. So we are more than just a curriculum provider. We're a dedicated partner in education, focusing on helping students, educators, and communities thrive. Our expertise, innovation, and commitment to equity and excellence really, we feel, is what sets us apart from the other online vendors that you see in the education space. Lincoln Learning Solutions is dedicated to providing our clients with world-class resources. Our Cognia and WASC accreditations signify our commitment to delivering high-quality learning for our students and demonstrate that we are committed to continuously improving our educational effectiveness. So that's a little bit about Lincoln Learning Solutions and who we are. At this point, I will hand things over to Kathy to speak more about our English language arts products.
Hi, everybody. I'm excited to be here. And thank you, Danielle, for really kind of explaining how Lincoln Learning Solutions is a differentiator in the curriculum space. So to speak about our English language arts program, know that it is thoughtfully built around the California state standards. Our early grades focus on phonics, vocabulary development, and reading fluency, and laying that essential foundation for learning English language arts. When it comes to our upper grades, you can see that we expand into literary analysis, persuasive writing, and a lot of critical thinking aspects are incorporated into that content. We include a rich mix of diverse literature and informational text to reflect those real world and to keep students engaged. Instruction is designed to be active. So you'll see a lot of things within our courses that are hands-on activities, discussions, a lot of things where, we're asking students to kind of think beyond just kind of what's on the screen, and to take their learning and really kind of apply it to the real world expectations. So our goal is really not just to teach the reading and writing, but also to inspire that lifelong learning that students will need for their futures. So this is probably one of the most exciting differentiators that we have here at Lincoln, and its style of learning. We know that all students learn differently, so we offer our content in multiple formats to support that differentiation. So what you'll see here are the read its and teach its. These are going to be that traditional types of instruction where we're presenting that material and allowing students to, really get the kind of the meat and potatoes of a lesson. You'll see that the watch its and the show its and the play its really incorporate video and visuals and gamified learning to get students excited about what they're working on. And then practice its, assess its, and apply its, help students demonstrate their understanding of those essential learning objectives. We incorporate reinforce its and extend its throughout our courses. Those are perfect for interventions or enrichment activities for students. So a wide variety of different types of learning is found within our English language arts courses. So this approach is definitely a game changer for student engagement, teacher flexibility, and allowing your students to really learn the best how they learn the best. So like what they focus on, and meeting students where they are.
Kathy, if I could just jump in, just talking about this as a parent, I have two daughters, both who learn very different. So I have my oldest that really enjoys the watch-its and spends a lot of time there. And then my youngest is more of a gamer and likes to really take advantage of those play it learning activities within the course. So just a quick call out.
It's so true, Danielle. I think that we definitely have that, all of our students learn in so many different ways, and to be able to have access to these different learning objects to enhance and really meet students where they are is such a benefit. I will go ahead now and move into a demo. So right now what you are seeing is the Buzz Learning Management System, and we're here in a student view. So this is kind of the student view would look like. The great thing is both the student and teacher view are very similar in design and look, and this would be same for like the parent or observer role. Kind of you're seeing right now the dashboard, and you'll see the different course cards that we have available here for that. So an intuitive design in the Buzz Learning Management System will allow your student to hop right into their learning. Students are greeted, with the course cards, the date, an activity stream, so you can kind of see what's happening here, things that maybe your teacher has checked or things that maybe have been graded. So you'll see kind of what's happening there. But when I hop right into a course card, you'll see that I always have access to my current score, my progress, all of those things are right there managed directly within my card. When I log into my English Language Arts 2 course, you'll see that I'm greeted with a wonderful message, maybe from my teacher that is greeting me in my course. And then I have some additional things like where I was last visited and what is up next. In addition to that, I have a helpful to-do list, which will keep me on pace, allowing me to know, what is coming up next. And so as the student, again, just kind of going in with just a general design of the Lincoln courses, you'll always find that we start all of our courses with a course resources folder. And that course resources is going to have a lot of the standard resources for that course. So within there, you'll see kind of a pacing guide, a welcome message, and additional items that really support the activities within that course. So it's a great place to start to really get acquainted with what you'll be covering in the English Language Arts course. Another thing to note is that all of our courses have this modular design. So if you can see here in our semester 1 of English Language Arts 2, we have 6 modules. Each one of these modules will then have 15 lessons within each module. In addition to that, you will see a checkpoint every 5 lessons. So you'll see that checkpoint every 5 lessons, which is great to keep students on track and on pace, and also to keep, teachers and parents aware of students' progress. So those checkpoint assessments are a great addition to our course because they really allow for monitoring how those 5 lessons are going, so you can kind of readjust, and hopefully if you're on track, then you can kind of continue to move forward. If you need to revisit some activities, you can always revisit some of the activities as well. In addition to having the checkpoints every 5 lessons, we also have a mastery assessment at the end of each module. So at the end of each module, you will also see a mastery assessment that really is that summative exam for that lesson or for that module. And throughout the course, you will also see a mix of auto-graded and teacher-graded assignments. So we're getting both the auto-graded questions and then also that authentic work for students to really turn in. To explore the course, I'm going to hop into lesson 4. And specific to our English language arts, I really want to call out how our curriculum hits all of the marks when it comes to English language arts. We really use that science of reading approach where we are using, a lot of phonics pieces are talked about, and we also connect with some of the grammar concepts and the reading comprehension concepts as well. You'll see that all of those different types of learning are woven within the lesson, and we also include spelling throughout. So it really sets the tone for a comprehensive approach to English language arts. When I enter into our course here, you'll see that we begin with a Teach It. And a Teach It is going to be that video version of our Read It. And the Teach It allows for students who are emerging readers or students who really learn best by maybe listening. It will have the Read It content read to them. So I will play this right now. I don't know if I'm sharing sound at this point, but we'll play it so you can kind of see what this would look like. What you'll see here is that our teacher is going ahead and reading through the Read It. So they are going through each section here, allowing for students to kind of consume this information in a way where they don't, if they're reading a large amount of text is a challenge for them at this point, this would be helpful. And similar to Danielle, I have a personal note on the Teach It. My daughter, when she was in kindergarten, was doing one of our Lincoln courses and really found the Teach Its to be kind of an empowering learning object because she was able to independently go through a lesson. She didn't have the reading skills at that point in kindergarten, but she was able to get the content with that with our Teach It here. And she felt great because she can move on to the next learning object independently. So this was a nice resource for her and really met her learning style where she was. So after the Teach It, we do have the corresponding Read It. So this is that same Read It that the teacher was going, but now as the student, I can engage with this. So I can go ahead and connect with the Did You Know activity and use that interactivity there. One of the things that I really love about the Lincoln content is how our designers really made the content come to life by providing multiple examples and really connecting with the students so that they can engage with the content as they see fit. You will see text poppers, you will see kind of rhetorical questions where students might have to think and then maybe hover over to get the answer there. So again, engaging the students within the Read It content is one of our key parts for these Read Its. I also want to make note, you will see this text help toolbar will populate within our learning objects. This is a great resource for all students. It's available in all of our learning objects as well as our assessments. So it will be an instant text to speech. So if I just click the play button, it will go ahead and read through the content for me. And you can see here it's highlighting the words as well. And it will read the content for you. It also has a translator tool built in that will translate and read in multiple languages, as well as a screen mask to support students as they go through the content. So I will make note that the learning objective is clearly defined here in the Read It. And within this series of learning objects, we will focus exclusively on this learning objective, identifying singular and plural nouns. So as I move to the next learning object, you'll see that this is the Watch It. And again, this is a place where the content will come to life within this Watch It. Lincoln has our own media team where we create and produce our own videos. So this one happens to be one of the Lincoln produced videos that we have here. In addition to this video, you will also see another one of our partners, Bow Clips. You'll see some of their videos as well within our courses. What I do love is that students do not have to navigate out of the learning management system. The video is playing directly here within the learning management system. So we're keeping everything all here in this area. So we're building again on this skill of singular and plural nouns with a game. So this will appeal to any student who is definitely into the gamification of learning. And you'll see a lot of these games are fun and exciting and definitely help us understand the different concepts. So students can play these games multiple times to continue to build their skills and support their learning. And then the next learning object will be a practice it. So again, this is more of a place where students are going to build that skill and practice identifying singular and plural nouns. You'll see that we have some activities here that are drag and drop. So this is something that the student will do directly here on their computer, and also some flashcards they can kind of separate for singular and plural nouns. So again, practicing that content to hone that skill. And then we're kind of coming to an end here with our Show It. The Show It is a place where students are going to demonstrate their understanding of that learning objective. You know, they have listened to it, they've read about it, they've watched something, they've practiced, they've played. They are now ready to demonstrate their understanding of this learning objective. And it's all coming together with this singular and plural noun worksheet that the student will have to complete. So as the students can see, they have this worksheet embedded directly right here within the lesson. They're able to complete this worksheet right here, either by printing it off or completing it digitally. So they have that there to really check for their understanding of that learning objective. So we have a built-in Show It. Again, this is a skill building activity. So students can also then check their work with the Show It answer key. And that's really how a student will understand, you know, their how they felt and how they did in preparation for an exam that will be coming up. So it's a great place for students to really demonstrate their understanding and then also check their work with the answer key. So as you can see, that series really was focused on those singular and plural nouns. We were presented the materials in a variety of different ways, layering each learning object on top of each other so that it can really support all students in how they learn. Students can navigate back to these learning objects at any time that they like. So if they want to play it, they absolutely can. And then they would go on to another series of those learning objects, talking about setting, and then moving into a little bit of the practice for the spelling as well. At this point, I do want to just show you two places where students are assessed. And we talked a little bit about this at the beginning with those checkpoint assessments every 5 lessons. These checkpoints are a great place for students to really check their understanding and check to see how they did in those first 5 lessons that they were working on. So these are going to just be a series of multiple choice questions that the students will complete, and they will receive that instant feedback on these checkpoints here. This is also a great place for parents and teachers to see how students are doing and also provide any sort of interventions or kind of redirection if need be. What I do love is that students get that automatic feedback. So you'll see that they can identify maybe gaps that they had and where they maybe need to go back and retry this checkpoint or go back and relearn some of this content. And then another piece of assessment you will see are some of those upload assessments. So this one happens to be a spelling test that the students will do. This will be something that the student will have to complete their spelling test and then upload their item to their teacher. So they will be doing that right here, where they will upload in this Dropbox, send that content to their teacher to grade. And then the final piece of assessment would be at the very end of the module. You'll see that we have that mastery assess it at the end of each module, which would be a more comprehensive exam of the full module there. I want to just hop very quickly into an upper level elementary English language arts course as well, so that you can see the similarities and also the progression when we maybe get into some of those higher levels. So if I enter into English Language Arts 5, you're going to see that same design, that very consistent design of the course. The same features are available for your students, as well as the same type of layout where we have the course resources and also the modules. I'll head right now into lesson 4 here. And you will see that we have that same type of design, those same learning objects as well, but you're seeing kind of a more enhanced type of content, identifying elements of a plot, parts of speech review. So you're seeing that we are elevating some of that content there, where maybe the elementary or the lower elementary was focused on more of those foundational elements of English language arts. In the higher elements, elementary levels, we are kind of making more application, identifying elements of a plot, and we are going to go forward and seeing those same types of learning objects. We start with the teach it and move on to the read it as well. Again, you're seeing lots of examples and a lot of places where students can interact and engage with the content that they see there. The same design elements are also here in our 5th grade course, where at lesson 5, you will also see a checkpoint. And then you also have those upload assessments as well. So this one is identifying elements of a plot, where students will have to draw a plot diagram on a piece of paper and go ahead and submit that to their teacher for grading. You will see that within these upload assessments, those teacher graded assessments, the rubric is always included. The students have access to see exactly what their criteria for evaluation would be, so that they can really submit the best work possible. And again, they will upload that and submit that to their teacher for review. So I believe we are heading to our time period. I just want to make sure that we covered all of the elements here. It is a pleasure sharing this information with you, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Kathy and Danielle. Lincoln Learning is one of our ELA core options, but it is also going to be a science and social studies core option for the 25-26 school year. So you'll be presenting with us again later this curriculum fair. If you would like to join that session as well, families and staff, that will be available to you on Thursday at 11 a.m. I am going to stop our recording now so we can get into some Q&A.